where Noble was shot. This is crazy, y'all. So Kewon White wasn't the one who shot Mo 3 like everybody said. That they fuck around. Somebody led him into that bullet. Pay attention. Pay attention. Phone records from suspect Devin Brown's phone were received and plotted, and a comparison of those phone records confirmed numerous calls between suspect Devin Brown and suspect White the day prior and the day of the offense. So they was communicating the day before and the day of the offense. They going back and forth talking. There appeared to be active phone call communication that occurred between suspect White and suspect Brown while complainant Noble was followed after he left witness Jossie apartment. So pay attention. These niggas in two different cars. So these niggas in two different cars. Pay attention. I told you. They in two different cars. So that's two cars that we know is outside the apartment waiting for Mo 3. I told you, it was multiple cars outside that apartment waiting for Mo 3 to leave that morning. Multiple cars. Many, like 6 or 7 cars out there. So we know that Devin was in a different car, and we know Kewon was in a different car. Why? Why do we know that? Because they was on the phone talking to each other, and they both was driving at the same time in the same direction, following Mo 3. See, on video, we only see the Camaro. We only worried about the Camaro. Y'all ain't nobody worried about Devin. Devin is on that highway too. Devin is on that highway too, y'all. What you think Devin doing on that highway? What y'all think Devin is doing on the highway while Kewon is on the highway? What you think them other cars is doing, y'all? I told you, man. I've been told you what they was doing. He said, I don't think Kewon was outside, maybe not even on 35, because if he's guilty, you need to send the PI lady Jackie said she gave Kewon up, then Bushy wife. I don't understand what the boy ain't do that. All these people pointing the fingers because that was the plan for him to go down. You think they setting him up? So you think the plan was to set him up and make it look like he was the fall guy? So you think somebody had his phone? Man, if I was him, I would have been said I gave my phone to somebody. That wasn't me. All he got to do is say he sold that phone. If I was him, I'd have been said I lost that phone. That wasn't my phone. I wasn't out there. If I was him, I'd get on the stand and be like, I lost that phone weeks prior to that. That was like, I don't know who found that phone, but somebody found that phone. It wasn't me. I ain't had that phone. He better disconnect himself from the phone. He got to disconnect himself from the phone, man. They using the phone. They using the phone to tie him to the murder. This is crazy. So these niggas was actively on the phone communicating between suspect White and suspect Brown while complainant Noble was followed after he. So while he being followed, these niggas is on the phone talking Like, yo, my nigga, he just made a left. Hey, where you go now? He just made a right. Hey, nigga, he just made another left. Go catch him over there. He just made a right. On December 9th, 2022, suspect White was arrested by the task force. J. Howard Nelson. Suspect White was interviewed at Dallas Police Headquarters. Suspect White waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement. Ooh, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Kewon White is a snitch. Kewon White is a snitch. Y'all heard it here first. Kewon White is a snitch. He waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement in a murder case. Kewon White is a snitch. Y'all better, man, I'm telling you, nigga, y'all better. It's in black and white. It's in black and white. Kewon White is a snitch. It's right here in black and white. Kewon White is a snitch. Y'all don't like the truth. Kewon White is a motherfucking snitch, and it's in black and white. He waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement to the police in a murder case. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. I ain't got to read nothing. It don't matter. You ain't supposed to never talk to the police. You ain't never supposed to talk to the police. You ain't never supposed to give them a statement. We ain't supposed to talk. We ain't got nothing to say. It says suspect White waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement. Suspect White admitted that the phone number that was compared in his phone records might be his phone number, but he could not remember his numbers. The suspect White was asked about suspect Devin Brown. Suspect White denied that he knew him and had any association with him at all. Suspect Devin Brown and suspect White are currently in a federal Yeah, he shouldn't have said shit. He shouldn't have said nothing. He should have said, I want a lawyer. Well, he didn't snitch. I give you that. He didn't snitch. He didn't give him no information. But my nigga, you ain't supposed to waive your rights and talk to nobody. He ain't supposed to talk to nobody. Yeah, that phone ain't shit, dog. If all they got is that phone, they in trouble, dog. My nigga said, smart thinking, whoa. If that's exactly what they had, and that's there can complete pin you down, that phone could have been in the car, but not with Kewon. Exactly. That phone could have been in the car, left in